Today we are from group 13 and 14. The case that we have selected for the case study is 1982 Bukit Merah Radioactive Pollution. This case happened in Bukit Merah of Kinta district in central Perak, Malaysia in 1982. The pollution was caused by illegal disposal of radioactive waste to the nearby town of Papan by a rare earth extraction company, namely Asian Rare Earth Sdn Bhd ARE, established in 1979 and started its operation in 1982. The biggest shareholders for the company were Mitsubishi Chemical Industries Limited and Bear Minerals, both with 35% of share each, altogether with Tabung Haji and other Bumi Putra businessmen owning the lesser shares.
In 1982, the newly established company began to extract yttrium from a mineral named bonazite, which contains different elements which are radioactive, including thorium and uranium. Since the company of ARE started its operation, the residents from a nearby town of Papan began to complain of unpleasant odor and smoke from the factory, where they also had a breathing difficulty as a result of the pollution. Then I will pass to Liwani.
The residents later discovered in 1984 that the extracting company of ARE had built a waste channel to a disposal site near their town under the consent of the state government of Perak. I will pass to the next presenter.
Then, for the court case that happened in 1985, this started when 8 of town residents, including one cancer victim, bring the case to High Court. Based on the investigation by Sahabat Alam Malaysia, International Atomic Energy Agency, and experts from Japan, the radiation level at the open space and pool near the factory are 88 times to 100 times higher than the permit upper limit. The waste channel built are totally unsafe for the public. Then ARE invited American atomic specialists to prove the factory are safe to continue their operation, which countered with the revelation from 2 former workers from the company that several thorium dumping sites in Bukit Merah were significantly over the permitted maximum safety limit. The company then ordered by the court to stop all the operation, but Atomic Energy Licensing Board continued to issue a license to the company to their operation in 1987. Then I will pass to the next presenter.
So, the affected residents have sued the company again in 1990, which this time round the court battle has taken a duration of 32 months in total. The resident then finally won the case in 1992, and the court has ordered ARE to close their factory within 14 days. Following the appeal, the High Court judgment was stayed on the ground that the ARE experts were more trustworthy, and the residents were instructed to seek AELB's removal of the business license on their own. Not long after the situation, several of the affected residents fly to Japan to meet the Mitsubishi Chemical top authorities to explain their plight. Mitsubishi Chemical secured an out-of-court settlement by agreeing to give $164,000 to the community school in response to worldwide criticism, but they deny any responsibility for the disease caused by pollution generated by ARE-related operations. In 1994, ARE finally declared its closure. Therefore, I will pass to the next presenter.
Good day, Doctor. We are from Group 14. We'll continue the presentation on the effect of the Bukit Merah radiation pollution. So, as a result of the radiation from the rare earth refinery by Japanese Mitsubishi Chemicals, there are several effects that affect the Bukit Merah community negatively. So, firstly, the radiation pollution has caused bad effects in terms of health. Within the first 5 years operation of the refinery, the community there has reported rise of birth defect cases among newborns, which accounted around 40%. So the 40% of newborns there suffered from lymph node diseases, turbinate congestions, and recurrent rhinitis. And at the same time, leukemia cases have also been reported among the villagers, in which 7 out of 8 victims in Bukit Merah have died since then. Next, I will pass to the next presenter.
The next effects on health is miscarriages. About 40% of the Bukit Merah mothers in the period 1982 to 1986 experienced unexplained miscarriages or perinatal and neonatal death. Reported perinatal death in 1982 were about 3 times the national average. So from that, we can see that a very consistent possibility that radiation had caused the death. Next, I will pass to Intan.
For environment effect, the first one, radiation. The radiation level at the open space and pool near the factory was 88 times higher than the open limit allowed. The second one is air pollution. Unpleasant odor and smoke from the factory where it gave a breathing difficulty to the neighbor town. It's all for me. I will pass it to next presenter.
Okay, next I will continue with the effect on economy. First, estimately around 200 million ringgit, which is a very huge amount, have been spent for the cleanup process of the radiation pollution itself. Besides, the company also involved also claims that they have spent more than 2 million ringgit in order to upgrade safety measures as required by the court. They also invite an American atomic energy expert to make sure the radiation levels near the factory area is safe. So that's all from me. I will pass to the next presenter.
Thank you, Farah. So as this rare earth plant has been set up near in the village in Bukit Merah, it is affecting the economy of the most of the local that are depending on the agriculture activity for their financial support. This is because the radiation has causing a soil pollution that making it become highly toxic and making the plants are unfit for the human consumption. Lastly, it also increased the health expenditures for the health support. As example, the company, which is the Mitsubishi Chemicals, need to pay total lump sum around RM 500,000 for the victims that affected. Apart from that, it also affecting the victim financial status for a long term, such as they need to spend a lot of money to take care of the children that are born with the defect because of the radiation that causing their mental and physical disabilities that need to undergo the lifetime treatment. So I think that's all from us, group 13 and 14, presenting about the Bukit Merah radiation pollution. Thank you for listening.